Call me Neoblade. This is about my micro trainer, which you can find in the arcade, not in Versus. Arcade, NeoMT, and it's this micro trainer here. It's based on StarCraft Master. Map info. You see the background of StarCraft Master, but I did additional screenshots in it. This is wrong because the mothership core is no more. There's a sheet battery now and a High Templar with Storm. But I added Liberator and stuff, and let's jump right into the replay. I will explain every mission or every challenge. And thanks to Blizzard, because they made an incredible map. I like the UI, I like the ability to jump around in the challenges.
Student. A Protoss warrior understands the strengths of their own forces and the weaknesses of the enemy.
So check out the video now, it seems fine. Let's fast forward. In this instant I did not target the banelings with my workers, and I lost too many workers here. And I have to support my zealots with the workers. So this was not good enough. But now it should be sufficient. I target banelings with workers. And then I fight with all my links and all my drones, all my probes against the links. You can use Mineral Walk to get out of the fight shortly, but this mission is really easy if you practice it a lot. This mission is a little bit more difficult because you have to save one SCV, your command setter is not allowed to die, and you have to lure the Marines in this choke point, which I do very badly now, because all his Marines can attack me, but you have to, these Marines have to stack behind the other Marines. That's your goal, that you lure them into this choke point, so not all Marines can attack. I did it better here. I splitted my Marines better and my SCVs better here. And I now lure him into this choke point. I wait for his stim to finish, and now I have the better concave, and I can easily kill him, even though I have less Marines and less Medivacs than him. And then it's important that you kill all of his stuff before your CC burns down. But that's very easy. So, the next mission is an original from StarCraft Master, but I find it very important that new players are able to know about stuff in StarCraft, and like zealots in these choke points. You put 4 zealots on hold position, the other 2 zealots shall attack with a move, as you can see here on the screen, and then it's very easy. Overall, these challenges will be very difficult from bronze to gold. I invented challenges for platinum and above, but of course if you're bronze you can try them. But if you're bronze to gold, you just work on your macro. You should not work on your micro, just use a move. Use control groups, cameras, focus on macro and mechanics, and you should be fine. Play a solid build order for your race and you should be fine. But of course micro is fun, and in this instance I let my queens die too early because my I don't know what it's called now, transfuse micro was very poorly executed. But now it should be better. If a queen is in the red, you can see here's in the red and I transfuse it, here's in the red and I transfuse it, here's in the red and I transfuse it, and then you should not have problems. And if you're a Zerg player, I strongly recommend, if you scout Void Race, not only build Hydras, build Mars Queens, so you can defend your bases like this, because Queens with upgrades are very strong against Void Race. Queens are not armored, so the Void Ray Prisma alignment, or what it is called, this heavy beam which does bonus damage to armored units, will not work against Queens. This is an original from StarCraft Master, and it's just pull micro, very simple. You just have to practice it and then it's done. This is an original from StarCraft Master as well. Very simple. Just borrow your banelings, unborrow them, and all Marines will die. So the next challenge will be Reaper Micro. I added this. It's very important you kill the Nexus first, because the Nexus will gain shield energy. But you are able, with enough time, to kill all of his probes and all of his zealots. I use stop micro a lot. You can see it, I think, or hold position even. But stop or hold position is equal here, as long as you are able to move away in time. Sometimes you have to focus fire the probes, because you should always kill the probe which the lowest shields and the lowest hit points. But with a little bit of practice in killing, practice in stutter step, you should be fine here. There's a focus fire on the lowest probe, there's a focus fire. Just stutter step and you should be fine. I will fast forward it. My use of KDA charge is very poorly executed here. You can do this a lot better, and then you should be able to get this challenge done even quicker than I did. This is an original from StarCraft Master, and here I had problems moving towards the tanks, so I had to reset. Just blink forward and move your stalkers near the tanks and you should be fine. Blink forward is here. Move command, and the rest is easy. This is a little bit more complicated. Some say this is too easy, but I tried it with attacking with the Ravagers first, but you should attack with all of your units and you should use Burrow Micro. And this is a fail, because I lost my Ravager too early. And the timer was running out. But now it should be more easily dealt with. I shouldn't have lost this roach this early on. But now it should be easy. I will use a Ravager shot again, a corrosive bile, and again borrow the roach. I'm sorry if my SC2 is a little bit laggy right now. Should be not a problem. SC2, come on. Yeah. I checked the video again, yeah, it looks fine, and the challenge is complete. This is from the original. It's very simple, just cast a force field and kill the first 3 roaches, and then kill the next 3 roaches. Very simple. Sometimes pull micro helps a little bit. In this case, I did it not executed very well, but should be easy here. And now the pull micro worked. If you have trouble understanding the challenges, you can always use F12, the help menu, and read the tip about it. Like, for instance, the disruptor micro, which is coming in a few seconds, which will follow in a few seconds. And if you have trouble using pull micro or do not know what it is, you can easily Google videos for it. This, I think, is one of the harder challenges from the original. You have to storm, so these marines stay in line and you have to storm before. Normally you should get them all with one storm, but since the High Templar have an attack now, it should be easy as well. But if 2 or 3 marines survive, you will be dead. This is a tricky one, in my humble opinion. You have to use Blink Micro, you have to use your Phoenix against the Hydras, and you have to use Disruptor shots. I will show the Disruptor shots. I have 2 different control groups, and you should use your Disruptor shots instantly, because they need a little bit time to load. In the last patch they changed that. And then you just load your disruptors into your medevac, because you're not allowed to use them. Since this was very fast, I will now explain additionally the Phoenix micro. I use 2 Phoenix to lift the Hydras, and then I use Blink. And again, lift micro with the Phoenix and Blink. And if you do this, you should stay calm, and if you do this and practice it, you should be fine in this mission. But it's very complicated to learn this all at once. I think if you're Bronx, you will find this challenge very, very difficult. So, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it did not jump correctly. I had the wrong camera activated. This is a challenge from the original StarCraft Master. It's very simple, you just use all your probes, put them on hold position, and the links won't be able to get to your cannon. The Zerg, if it would be a human, would try to kill your probes, but I think he would lose a lot of Zerglings anyway. But this mission, it's A move. He A moved his links, and if you get links in your economy, you can just surround the cannon with your probes very easy. And I think this is important to learn for Protoss as well. I had a little bit trouble here because I placed my force fields wrong in the beginning, so we'll fast forward it to the 3rd try. I think the 3rd try I did correctly, and a lot of my zealots cannot attack here, so I die. There, my zealots are not protected by force fields, and so I die. And in this instant, I use my force fields a little bit more solid. I stayed calm. No, this was a miss try as well. Then it should be correct in this mission. Force field 1, force field 2, force field 3, force field 4, force field 5 and 6. And now it's correct. This last force field was misplaced, but it's okay anyway. I use a little bit of pull micro with my stalker, so it's not attacked anymore, and I remain with 2 stalkers on the field until the next one is killed. But the use of force fields in this mission is really, really important. So this is a little bit more tricky. You have to kill the sentries with your feedback, and then you push the zealot, the Archon with your zealots into the force field. And when the Archon is done, you can easily destroy the other force fields, and then you focus fire with the Archon the stalkers which are low. Yeah, and that's it. This is my micro trainer, Neo's micro trainer. You can search for NeoMT in the arcade. And the next part, the next video will be about rounds 16 to 30. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to my channel, and we'll see us in the next part.